Hello everyone, so today's video is going to be a combination of my two favorite things, thrifting and Lolita. I've seen a lot of videos recently of people talking about how to save money when buying things for Lolita. And I don't know why now all of a sudden there seems to be a big trend of doing this. I've been thinking about this video for a while, considering I work at a thrift store and I buy a lot of my clothes secondhand, so it felt only natural that I would start looking for more Lolita pieces when I was thrifting to add to my wardrobe. So I'm going to go over all of the things that I look for when I'm picking out a piece to figure out if I can use it for a cord or not, and sort of in that vein, what makes a certain item like loliable or really suited to be used with Lolita. Now I should also preface this by saying that I am of the, vein of thinking that you need to have a main brand piece for an outfit to be considered Lolita. Lolita is a very brand-centric fashion style in general, and by brand I really mean anything that is targeted as a Lolita brand. So not only just the Japanese brands, but any brand that from Taobao. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a really expensive, like $300 dress you're getting from Angelic Pretty. Most Taobao brands that I see, like their dresses can be as low as like $40 or $50, which is still not like cheap by any measure, but it's definitely better than thinking you only have to buy stuff from Japanese brands. With that in mind, you can't really make a Lolita cord for under $20, any sort of crazy stretch by that, but you definitely could make one with under $100 pretty easily. The stuff then that I end up getting when I'm thrifting is mostly accessories and also, I guess, more small pieces that would be accents for the main Lolita brand piece. The first one I have on my list is jewelry, and this is a tiered necklace. I'll come closer so you can see it. That I got at my shop a couple weeks ago. If this will decide it wants to focus, it's like 3 tiers with white and black pearls, and then there's a bow at the bottom. I got this and I immediately thought of Dolly Dot, and I think it will look super cute with Dolly Dot, which is great because I've been having actually a little bit of trouble trying to find something that I think I could cord with it, since the print is pretty simple, just with bows and like polka dots on it. So I think this will be a great piece for that. I guess when looking for like jewelry more in general, pearls are always a great staple piece. Again, bows. I have a lot of off-brand jewelry that has like these 2 items in it. Another thing is that most Lolita dresses tend to have gold as an accent as opposed to silver, so making note of like the hardware type of the jewelry you're getting isn't kind of important. It's sort of fallen out as being like a really important rule in terms of matching metallics, but it is one thing to still consider. Another thing that I think should get more popular in Lolita is to wear belts with dresses, especially because in daily wear, having like the huge waist bow can sometimes be, I don't know, a little bit too over the top. So I really like to put belts on my JSKs and OPs to kind of like make it look more casual. This is a belt that I also got thrifted from my shop. This one is of 2 bunnies, and it kind of like opens up like that. And it's got like a suede or velvet like ribbon part. This one's really cute. I have a lot of dresses that have rabbits as like a theme, so I think this will go good with a lot of them. Gloves. This is something that I've recently gotten more into, wearing gloves for Lolita. A lot of shops that specialize in more vintage things will have vintage gloves. I'll put this one on so you can see it. These are really, really pretty lace gloves, and they're quite small, but I'm very fortunate in having very, very small hands, so I can wear these pretty easily. I wore these, I think I wore these ones, I don't remember if I wore these or these opaque white ones for International Lolita Day, but they're really cute. They have a bit of crocheted lace on the bottom and little like polka dot knotted details. I think that lace gloves are really, really pretty, and are a great touch to more classic or sort of like oak TT princessy coords. So I really, really like these. Another great accessory that's also really useful in daily wear is berets. Got my bad boy on right here. All my berets I own, besides I think 2 of them, I've gotten from thrift stores. This is just a plain black one. I have a plain white one here. What's great about these is if you can buy them in bulk, you can sort of DIY and specialize them yourself to make them more fit whatever your like coords theme is. I was thinking for a while about adding like a bow along the top piece right here to sort of give it like the crown effect when you're wearing it, sort of like how I've layered this one, but haven't done that yet. I'm kind of behind a lot of DIYs, but yeah, this is a nice option and they're a really, really good sort of basic piece. Another thing that I think is often overlooked in terms of buying secondhand is Lolita shoes. Pretty much all the shoes I use that are specifically for Lolita are from Bodyline, but as many people know, Bodyline doesn't restock very often. So if you can't find them when they're in stock, then you're kind of out of luck a lot of time. When I look for shoes, I used to go, usually the ones you're going to be able to find are like ones that have a T-strap heel. So this has like the T-strap thing and it also has a wedge, so it's a little bit more fancy. It's also really important to have like a rounded toe. Too pointy of a toe is definitely not a big Lolita look. I try to have like a more like, I don't know, natural shaped toe part as opposed to super rounded or super pointy. I think this is like the good happy medium that's like not too adult but not too super childish. These other shoes are probably not as ideal just because the bow shape is not like as, I don't know, as rounded as it normally is on Lolita, but I think that the combination of the bow and then this ankle strap and then this cork detail kind of like feels very similar to rocking horse shoes. I think these are another possible option for Lolita shoes. So the largest amount of Lolita items I've gotten is actually blouses, and they're all off-brand. I only have one brand blouse, which is the Bodyline one I showed in my Lolita wardrobe video, but the rest of them I've gotten through thrifting. Here's just like a rough color assortment. I also have a lot of ones that are more in the style, which is like, even though it's a button-up, it's made of like a t-shirty material, so it's more of like a cut-sew style. This one was from Juicy Couture, I can't believe, but it has this really nice rounded Peter Pan color, and then the ruffles down the side and on the sleeves, so it's definitely got like a loliable look to it. This one is a really old vintage piece I got at, I think, a Goodwill. It has this bow that is sewn on and it has like a nice like high up collar, and then it's got like this off-white lace going down and a little bit of a puff sleeve. It's really, really cute. I wore this with one of my Alice in the Pirates looks and it's pretty nice and classic. This is actually, I think, one of the first blouses I've got. You're not going to be able to see it on camera, but like it has the same kind of like ruffled fabric with some crocheted lace at the ends. One of the most important things that you should look for when buying blouses for Lolita is to make sure that the buttons go all the way up to the collar. A lot of blouses just, I guess, in daily fashion usually only stop like down here, so this part is all like open, and because you're only seeing like this much of this shirt when you're wearing like a JSK, having this be open is like much, it's not really in like normal Lolita aesthetic, so having it button up all the way to the collar is really important. And just in general, other details to look for are sort of like the right type of lace. Make sure it's not like too frayed or like flimsy, and also that it's pretty opaque. I have some ones that are more like see-through-y, but if you're going to wear it with skirts, it's important just in general to have shirts that are like not like see-through, so you know this area will be covered. Probably like the biggest pet peeve of mine with most shirts I see like in like fast fashion stores that are white is they're always way too see-through. Luckily this one is pretty opaque, although I didn't thrift this one, so yeah. So those are my tips for thrifting in Lolita. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and let me know if you're interested in seeing more Lolita videos in the future. I'm kind of unsure about whether I want to focus more on like cosplay or Lolita right now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.